All right, Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutation and strength unto the hopeful elect brothers out there that sincerely enduring, and patience into the end. We're out here trying to gather up the Most High's elect. Lord willing, I'm numbered amongst the elect as well as my brethren. So I want to bring out this little quick video. It's it was produced a couple days ago by a YouTube channel is Chrono. Well, it's New World Order Report Chrono 16, and it's just a couple of minutes. I'm gonna let it play, and then I'm gonna of course follow it up with some scriptures. So here it is.
Officers and troops across the country in the United States military are quietly preparing for a war with the Hermit Kingdom of North Korea. As quietly as possible, the increase in military exercise suggests a renewed focus on getting the country's military prepared for what could be on the horizon with North Korea. From Fort Bragg in North Carolina, where last month a mix of 48 Apache gunships and Chinook cargo helicopters took off in an exercise that practiced moving troops and equipment under live artillery fire to assault targets, to the skies above Nevada, where 119 soldiers from the Army's 82nd Airborne Division parachuted out of C-17 military cargo planes under the cover of darkness in an exercise that simulated a foreign invasion. The military is practicing drill that could prepare them for a third world war, and this would most likely be a nuclear war.
In a show of force, the Pentagon deployed 3 nuclear-capable B-2 stealth bombers along with 200 airmen to Guam overnight, closer to the Korean peninsula.
Many have thought that this is all standard for a nation built on military might, with a huge military-industrial complex and a presence around the globe. But not all agree, although Defense Secretary Jim Mattis and General Joseph F. Dunford Jr., the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, both argue forcefully for using diplomacy to address Pyongyang's nuclear ambitions. They still anticipate a war with North Korea, Mr. Mattis said in August, would be catastrophic. Still, about 24 current and former Pentagon officials and senior commanders said in interviews that the exercises largely reflect the military's response to orders from Mr. Mattis and service chiefs to be ready for any possible military action on the Korean peninsula. Rhetoric between the United States and Pyongyang has cooled since the high in September, when President Donald Trump and North Korea's dictator exchanged barbs. Trump vowed to totally destroy North Korea if it threatened the United States and described the rogue nation's leader, Kim Jong-un, as Rocket Man. In response, Mr. Kim said he would deploy the highest level of hardline countermeasures in history against the United States and described Mr. Trump as a mental, deranged U.S. dotard. What do you think? Is the United States headed to a war with North Korea sometime in March of 2018? Leave your comments below this video. Thanks for watching.
All right, so that was a pretty cool little video. Quick hitters, straight to the point. We know that this thing is inevitable. The World War III is inevitable. So you're gonna have different countries gearing up for World War III. Primarily being the star and role is the United States, aka Babylon. You're the star role in World War III. Then the supporting cast is Russia, China, North Korea, all your other nations. They're gonna be the supporting cast and the co-stars. But America, you're gonna be the main event. You're the main star in this at the end, the conclusion of this movie, which is the destruction of America. I want to bring out a quick scripture. Um, This is Daniel 4:17. It says, "This matter is by the decree of the watcher, and the demand by the words of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it whatsoever He will, and set it up over it the basest of men." And right now, you have a base man that's at the head of the base nation, which is America. And I don't need to even go into the fact that there's a Twitter war or internet war or back and forth verbal war um, between Donald Trump and Kim Jong Un, the prime minister or president of North Korea. So that's why this whole tension is high, because this has to take place. And I want to bring up the map. So the United States is located right here in this region, in the west. But over here in the east, you have North Korea, which North Korea is allies with China, and Russia is allies with China. So this is what's called the northern countries. They're from the north. They're they're north of the United States, and they're on the east, the old world. So this is where the nuclear tension is coming from. So first scripture I want to get into is gonna second scripture, Salakia, is Mark 13 and 3. It says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives over against the temple, Peter and James and John and Andrew asked him privately, 'Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the signs when all these things shall be fulfilled?'" So basically, the disciples wanted to know, tell us when the end of time is coming. Because Yahushua mentioned about not one stone being left uncovered or turned over. I mean, they're all gonna be brought down, and Yahushua was giving them, things to look for when the end is coming, when we will be getting up out of here and being blessed with our kingdom. It's like getting tongue twisted. But they wanted to know, what are the signs, what is going to be happening, when this all is going to take place. Verse 4, "Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the signs when all these things shall be fulfilled?" And Yahushua answered them, beginning to say, "Take heed lest any man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled. And for such must needs be, but the end shall not be yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdoms against kingdoms, and there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are all the beginning of sorrow." So if you look in the news and you've been paying attention, you know that there's been earthquakes. There's been earthquakes in Iran, earthquakes in Mexico. Earthquakes been on all over. If there's an app that you can get that lets you know whenever an earthquake hits on the earth. And I had the app on my phone, and it went off so many times I had to take it off, because one, it was killing my battery, and two, it was just alerts after alerts after alerts. So we've been having earthquakes, but the Most High has been magnifying these earthquakes to larger scales of earthquakes. They're not just small little 2 and 3 point O's and maybe a 4 points, get you shaking. There's been 7.0s, there have been 8.2s, there have been some massive earthquakes that's put on a lot of damage and killed a lot of people. So we know the earthquakes of this prophecy has been happening throughout the earth. We know that there have been famines all throughout the earth, and we're on the brink of a serious famine. Esau is using GMOs to compensate for the simple fact that they don't even have a lot of food on the earth. That's part of the famines and troubles. There's troubles all over. There's different nations are going bankrupt. Greece, um, Venezuela, and number of Haiti, a number of countries including the United States. United States is on that bubble. United States, any inch, and this place is done financially. So we're on the brinks of a financial economic collapse, and we're looking for that to happen too, because this devil got to push his chip. That's another prophecy. He has to push the chip, the mark of the beast, which is the mark of the beast, which is the chip, which is going to be his new system to take over, and where he's going to use as a monetary system, but more importantly to chip everybody, and for you to pick your side. Who are you going to serve? Who are you going to worship? Are you going to worship Esau, the elites, or are you going to pledge your sincerity as a sincere um, servant of Yahweh Shem Shai and deny that chip? Lord willing, all of us brothers, Most High have that strong spirit on us. We deny that chip. That's what's in our mindset. May the Most High make our mindset be our reality. So we all know that these things are coming to pass. So the wars and rumors of wars are gonna be happening. Why it's gonna happen? Because it's biblical prophecy. Because this place has to go down. It's just like when you got the stare down. You got two boxers get in the ring and they got the stare off, and the judge is laying down the rules. Well, this is what's going on right now. The judge is laying down the rules, and who the judge is right now? That's the Most High's servants, his messengers. They're laying out the rules. This is what this I want. I don't want a clean match. I want a dirty, filthy match. I want bloodshed. We want we want your rumors. We want the wars. We want all that to happen. And then when the bell goes ding, they go in there and fight. Well, World War III is the fight. That's the main match, and that's what we're looking for. I'm gonna close it because I want to do this real quick video. Um, but I'm gonna close it with this scripture here. This is Jeremiah 50:1. It says, "The word of the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up the standard, publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded, her image are broken in pieces. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, but both man and beast." I'm gonna jump down to verse 9. It says, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon." Babylon is America. "And assembling great nations," plural nations, "from the north countries." Let me go back to that map. These are those countries from the north: Russia, China, North Korea, India. All these nations. South Korea. South Korea is America, is the United States ally. They're gonna turn against America and shoot missiles. All America's allies are gonna shoot missiles on America, pursuant to Obadiah. That those who are in league with thee have laid a wound under thee. So they're gonna shoot all the other nations, all these other nations that have uh, nuclear capabilities. They're gonna all shoot missiles on America. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that too. It says, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north countries, and they shall set themselves in array against her, and thence shall she be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in void." And I'm gonna jump down to verse 14. It says, put yourselves in. Actually, I'm gonna start at 13. "Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Every one that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at her plagues." The plagues is those missiles coming and destroying them. That's wholly desolate, destroying both man and beast off this land. Verse 14, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. So let's go back to the map. All these countries over here on the east, the north, they have nuclear capabilities. That's why it says put yourself array around about. So all these all these countries that are around United States here, but these are around about them. It says, "Put yourselves array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, and shoot at her, spare no arrow, for she had sinned against the Lord." So it's in all these countries that have nuclear missile capabilities. All these countries that the United States has put sanctions on because they don't want them developing a nuclear missile program to develop nuclear missile capabilities, because they know exactly where they're going to be aiming at. They're going to be aiming, all these nations aiming their arrows, their nuclear missiles west, out west. And they're not looking to nuke South or Central America. They're looking to nuke Northern America, which is the United States. So with that, you know, I hope this video was edifying for those who were able to tune in. I want to say peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers that's out here pushing this word and that's doing this work, man. Because this is the year of prophecy. Brothers out here pushing, and brothers out here sincerely hoping and praying that we get out of here soon. And these are all the things that are supposed to be happening to let us know we about to be out of here. We about to get out of here soon. When I first came into this truth, it seemed like it seemed like it was back then. We could get out of here any day. It could be out of here. But look at what's happened from then to now. So many things have happened, and there's so many things that's going on. It's on a higher level. There's more and more that the scriptures you can say, God dang, this has got to be the time. We're in those times right now. We have been in those times, but it's so more severe and magnified, that so much things that the scriptures say precisely is taking place right now. So any little thing can set this thing off. It could be North Korea and the United States. They could just go into World War III, and America could actually destroy, because in that video that I played, it said that Donald Trump was send the highest amount of military personnel that the world has ever seen against North America, roughly paraphrasing what the devil said. But meaning he's saying basically, I ain't gonna fuck around with you. I ain't about to BS. We're gonna destroy you. They can easily destroy North Korea. We need that to happen. If that's the way it's the Most High, because the scripture I read before that, and Daniel said that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. So the Most High can have America just blow and just dog fuck the shit out of North Korea. Excuse my French. And that caused a train reaction. China got to get involved now. China have that's their allies. They have to get involved, because you done overstepped your bound. You done blew up my little brother. So now I got to deal with you. And China got a bigger brother, Russia, and it could just spin off into a multi-level World War III between multiple countries, ending up with all the countries that have nuclear capabilities just all getting together and just hot nuking the hell out of the United States. We need this. We want this. So, brothers, man, pray. I pray. This goes for myself first and foremost. That Lord willing, I keep the faith, and Lord willing, my Akim that's with me keep the faith, and all the brothers that's enduring all out the four corners of the earth, we keep the faith, man, and then we keep pushing until the Most High let this whole thing go. So, with that, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to those that are enduring in this thing in sincerity. Shalom.